Hey, Miguel Dorati back here on the CRP. We got a little bit of boxing news for you. Here is we hit the second week of June 2019. We want to get your eyes and attention to upstate New York. The International Boxing Hall of Fame in Canastota has their induction hall ceremonies this week. And the ceremonies go from June 6th to June 9th. So it's a great weekend to be there. A lot of boxing personalities turn up, and hotels are tight, and the International Boxing Hall of Fame isn't in a great spot, like for a lot of other hotels and shopping and all that sort of stuff. You fly in at Syracuse, and it's about 20-25 minutes away, but well worth it once you get there. A lot of people from the boxing world this year. The induction class, a very sturdy class with 3 of the 4 members alive and well, and hopefully will be attending. We've got the great Julian Jackson. He operated from 1981 to 1998, 55-6 overall. The Hawk, known for his knockout power, 49 KOs and 55 wins. So it's a pretty remarkable record. Many people put him as one of the hardest hitters of all time. And Julian Jackson's going in. He was a WBA super welterweight champion and WBC middleweight champion. Joining him will be Donald Curry. Curry operated from 1980 to 1997. He's 34-6 overall, 25 KOs going in. He won the WBA welterweight belt in 1983, September 3rd, and he lost it to Lloyd Hunnigan in September 27th of 1986, so held it for 3 years. And then 1988 came back and won the super welterweight title from Gianfranco Rossi. So both men holding world championships in 2 classes, as did the 3rd member of the living class, James Buddy McGirt. McGirt operated from 1982 to 1987. He's a former IBF super lightweight championship. He won the belt from Frankie Warren in February of 1988. He went on in November of 1991 to win the welterweight world champion with the WBC after beating Simon Brown, and he lost that belt to Pernell Whitaker. And an old-timer that made the Hall of Fame here, much deserved, Tony DeMarco. DeMarco, 58-12-1 overall. 1948 to 1962 was when DeMarco was busy. And in 1955, he won the world welterweight title from Johnny Saxton. Later went on to lose it to Carmen Basilio, and all that stuff is Hall of Fame worthy. One memorable thing about Tony DeMarco, there's a famous quote that he was having a bad time in the first round of a fight in Madison Square Garden, and the doctor asked him as he came back to this, between the first and the second round, said to him, "Do you know where you are?" And DeMarco looked at him very lucidly and said, "You're damn right I know where I am. I'm in Madison Square Garden. I'm getting my ass kicked." So DeMarco, a fighter through and through, finally getting his just desserts, and he's in the Hall of Fame. The weekend also has a big boxing card that's going down, and that card is going at the Turning Stone Casino. The Turning Stone Casino, just a short hop, skip, and a jump away from Canastota, New York, and the Boxing Hall of Fame. Once again, like I said, you fly into Syracuse, New York. They got a Brooklyn grudge match, upstate New York here. Zab Judah, now 42, 44-9. He's gone 2-0 the last 2 years, so he's fought once in 2017, once in 2018 to kind of keep his hopes alive. He's facing Cletus Seldin. Seldin, 23-1, 32 years old, out of Brooklyn. And Cletus, he was, putting together quite a name for himself as a knockout artist until he ran into Yves Ulysses Jr. at the end of 2017. In December, he took his first loss. In 2018, he took almost a year off. He fought in November, and then he fought in January of this year. So he's gone 2-0 with 2 first-round knockouts in his comeback. And he's hoping to take out a big, big name here in Zab Judah. Now, Judah definitely past his prime, in his 40s, and, fighting inactivity here. But there are levels to this game. And Judah was once among the very best. And his resume states that look at the guys he's fought, compare them to the opposition that Seldin has fought. And we will see how it goes in upstate New York. Judah, also a veteran, He's fought Paulie Malignaggi. Malignaggi, a high-level world champion. In this type of Brooklyn grudge match, I believe Cletus Seldin may be in for a rude awakening here against Zab Judah. However, Seldin, doesn't lack for confidence, and he went to Canada to face Ulysses Jr., took a loss there. He got knocked down in rounds 1, 2, and 3 and went ahead to survive the entire fight. Didn't win a round, so it's possible to outclass him. And Judah, one of the classiest operators out there, we'll see what happens on Saturday. The rest of the card, very interesting. Judah and Cletus Seldin, really not a primetime main event, but a good little fight. And then you've got James McGirt, the second generation. Buddy McGirt, his father's going into the Hall of Fame. That's James Buddy McGirt. This is James Buddy Jr. And Buddy Jr. is 27-3-1 overall. He's taking on Dave Papot, who's 22-0. And this is a 10-round bout. Papot coming out of France. And this is Papot's first fight outside of his home country. So he's coming over. He's definitely fighting a name in Buddy McGirt's son. McGirt's going into the Hall of Fame. He'll probably be cornering his son, at the very least, keeping an eye on what's going on at the Turning Stone. So fights all weekend and fight-related activities all weekend in upstate New York. Well worth your time going there. If not, it may be too late now, but if not, you want to schedule it for next year. It's usually the first week of June, and definitely worth going to. A lot of stuff going on. No odds yet for the fights. I don't know if we'll get them, but if we do, we'll be right back to report on them here at the CRP.